I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a question from my subscriber, and I hope this solution is going to help many other users. Let me first thank all the viewers and subscribers for posting such great questions, and that makes my channel a very special one. The question here is, find the altitude of a right triangle with hypotenuse of 6.5 centimeters and area of 7.5 centimeters square. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, this is one of the most important questions based on quadratic equations. So I'd like you to really do it on your own and then check if you really understood the solution. Now, I have many related videos. I'll provide you a link for those also, which you can always see. Let me begin by just making a small sketch. We are given here that the hypotenuse is 6.5 centimeters and the area, say area, is 7.5. Okay. So let us assume that the sides, which are unknown, are, let's say this is the base B and height h. So when we are saying altitude, it means the height. Okay, but you could see it from either way, so any of the side could be the height. Perfect. Now in this triangle, which is right triangle, we are given two conditions which lead to two equations. Perfect. The first one here you could write as b square plus h square is hypotenuse square, right? So the Pythagorean theorem, correct? So we'll write this as b square plus h square equals to 6.5 square. Another relation which you could write is based on area, that is half base times height is 7.5, or you can say base times height is 2 times 7.5, which is 15, correct? So base times height is 15. Now we have two equations and two variables, so we could always solve it. Perfect. So it's not very difficult. Even at this stage, you could actually pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. So these are the two equations and two variables. Now here is, we can isolate one of the variables and then use our equation to answer. So we could say that let base B be equals to 15 over h. So in that case, substituting B as 15 over h in the first equation, which is, let's rewrite, b square plus h square is 6.5 square, and I'm writing b as 15 over h whole square plus h square equals to 6.5 square, correct? So in this fashion, what we get is one particular equation which will have only one variable and it could be solved, right? So of course h cannot be 0, right? So it's in the denominator. We know height is not equal to 0. So let's just square it. So we get 15 square, and let's multiply by h square all the terms. So we get h to the power of 4 equals to 6.5 square times h square, correct? Let me get the numbers. So when I say 15 square, it is 225, right? So we get 225 here. We'll also make one substitution, and that is we will write, let's say, h square as p. In that case, h to the power of 4 will become p square, correct? So this h to the power of 4 I'm replacing with p square, some other number, so that we get a quadratic equation. 6.5 square equals to, in decimals, 42.25. So we can write this as 42.25 and h square is p, right? So we have a quadratic equation with p as a variable. Let's bring the terms together to one side. So we get p square minus 42.25 p plus 225 equals to 0. So we get one quadratic equation. And solution of this quadratic equation, as you know, we could use the formula, which is minus b. So negative of this, that gives you 42.25 plus minus square of this, which is square of 42.25 whole square minus 4ac. So 4 times a is 1 times 225 divided by 2. So that gives you the answer, right? P, of course, height will be square root of this. Okay, so let's figure this out. So what we have here is, let's calculate the one inside the square root, which is 42.25 square minus 4 times 225. That gives you some number. Let's find square root of this, which is in decimals 29.75, right? So we get this as equal to 42.25 plus minus 29.75 divided by 2. So there are two possible answers. So let's calculate first with the positive ones. We'll add 42.25 and then we'll divide by 2. So that gives us 36. So one of the solutions here is 36, right? So one solution here is 36. Let's calculate the other one. 36 is the value of p, right? So that gives you h equals to square root of 36, which is 6. Now let's calculate the other one also, which is 42.25 minus 29.75 divided by 2 equals to, so that gives you a fraction which is 25 over 4, right? So which is 25 over 4, and this fraction is a perfect square also. So it gives you height h square root of this as 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Anyway, we got the height or the amplitude as 6. So in our multiple choice question, we get the answer D as the right answer. Okay, so that is how you could do it. So I hope that helps to understand the concept. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. If you like and subscribe to my video, that'd be great. So very important substitution was to substitute h square as p, right? So when you find p, you have to square root and get the answer. So remember that. So I hope that helps. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. And if you really like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.